Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are talking about cool toned eyeshadow palettes. There has been a lot of buzz lately about the new Natasha Denona Xenon palette. This one right here that is pretty much all cool tones, right? Like versions of deeper grays and silvers. The one debatable, is it pink, is it not shade, kind of blue undertones, right? And I just simply don't want to pay $69 for it. I don't. So if you also are looking to get into the cool toned, what seems like upcoming trend, and you don't want to spend $69 like me, keep on watching and I will let you know some palettes that I already have that are cool toned that I think are good, and some that by no means are dupes per se to this one, but they're my version of what I like for a cool toned palette. So if that sounds good to you, keep on watching. Before we get too far into the video, if you have not already, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. I upload videos twice a week. It's totally free to subscribe, and I would love to have you back again on the channel. I love chatting with you guys in the comments. All right, so I am going to start with the palette that I think looks most like the Natasha Denona color story wise, and then work out from there, because they all have a cool toned element, but like I said, they're not all like dupes or super similar. So the closest one I have to that I think is this one from ColourPop. It is the Troublemaker Palette, and I like this one a lot. I've used it multiple times this year, and I think all of these but one are still available. So here is the first one. Are we seeing the vibes? I don't think it goes as dark as this Xenon, but it's so easy to pull in a matte black, guys, from whatever, right? We don't need $69 just because it's missing a black, right? Now I will say I've never bought Natasha Denona palette because of the price tag mainly, so maybe the formula, you can let me know if you've tried Natasha Denona, is something that special that you might want it again in that formulation, but for me, I'm happy with this one. It does have some of those like pops of pinkiness that there is in the Natasha Denona. It's got the grays, it's got more of the like beigey taupes, it's got silver. You can even go a little berry with this one that I like, and just a really nice white shimmery silver. So there's that one. ColourPop is really affordable, I think, in comparison, especially to Natasha Denona. The quality is just fine, and the shimmers, especially if you pair it with a glitter primer, are plenty sparkly for me at least. The next one I want to talk about is like a smaller, more edited down version of a cool tone palette, and it's also from ColourPop. This is the Mandalorian Palette. Another one, I do like this one a lot too. I use it for work a lot. We've got the gray, the more taupe. I do like that we have a little bit of like one warm shade and one like mustardy shade. That's kind of what I meant when I said like my version of a cool tone, because I do like cool tones, but the one thing I will say about the Xenon palette is it looks like it's completely cool toned. Like some of the colors might look the same, let's be real, on the eyes, you know what I mean? Like there's no variety, maybe, I don't know. Debatable. So, but for me, I can go more of that gray taupey silver, or I can get this Clan of Two. It has a little bit of a green reflect even in it, or I can go a little more brown with these if I want, or even a pop of mustard. So it's cool tone, it's there, but I like that you have options, right? I guess that's my thing, is I like a cool tone palette, but I don't want to be pigeonholed into like, and that's all you can do with it, unless you mix and match with other palettes, which of course you could do too. Next up from Lunar Beauty is the Eternal Eclipse palette. This one is definitely not totally cool toned. So again, we're getting kind of further and further away from looking like the Xenon palette, but again, kind of my favorite cool tone palettes are ones that are versatile. So in here we have the gray, right? And we've got the matching kind of gray shimmer. We've got the silver, and we've got this kind of like grayish metallic-y, right? So we've got those cool tones in it, but then we also have like the blush tone and some warm tones in the middle, and a couple warm shimmers to bring it in. And we've got pops of blue, but they almost have, especially this one to me, like that gray cool tone undertone in it. So to me, like, no, it's not a cool tone palette. It's like 50% warm, 50% cool, but that's how I like to play with my cool tones, is to mix cool and warm together or mix a pop of color with cool tones. It's rare that I just do like an all gray silver look or like a gray smoky eye for me personally. And I think the person that wants to do that, maybe that's who the Xenon palette is for. I only have one more, you guys. When I was looking, I really thought I had way more cool tones than this in my collection, but apparently I don't. This last one I don't think is available, but I'm pretty sure you can get it like on Poshmark or someplace on that if you're just dying to have it. But it's another color pop, and this one is the Nightmare Before Christmas collab they did. I know a lot of people thought this didn't scream Nightmare Before Christmas. I personally love this one partially because of the small pan sizes. I love this size of pan so much. And again, we only have a few cool tones, right? We have this kind of gray, we have this kind of cool tone purpley, and we have this deeper gray in here. Then we've got a black, and the rest are really like pops, especially these neons. But I love to do like a gray or like this like purpley gray, like the dusty shades with a pop. Those together combined are really, really pretty to me. And again, I know this isn't like what you might think of when you're like, oh, an all cool tone palette, because it's not all cool tone, but to me, that's what I look for in my version of a cool tone palette, or what I want when I'm playing with cool tones. So I know that was a short one for today, but I hope that was helpful for you if you, like me, are trying to avoid spending $69. You want to play with some cool tones, but you don't need just another one, you know? Pull from what you have. Find some different things. Even if not the whole palette's cool tone, you can still get, I think, something that has the vibes of that palette without adding and buying another one to your collection and paying that high price tag. None of these palettes cost as much as what that Natasha Denona one does. So that is all, guys. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you again on the next one. Bye!